Hello, I'm waiting for a prescription to be ready, so I figured I would jump on here. My first video upload, it cut off halfway or at the end of it, so I'm just doing a part 2 of that, just trying to get everyone caught up to where I'm at this moment. So my last video, I just talked about how I had a lump on my face and I got it removed with surgery. They had called me that the pathology report came back that it was cancer. Then they had a second pathologist take a look at it, say it was a different cancer. So I had an appointment at the radiation oncologist and just telling him that I wasn't comfortable with these results because both the pathologies were completely different. And so he agreed to send it out to a head and neck cancer specialist for a pathologist review. So that's where I think I left off on my first video. So basically, one night, and I don't even know why or where it came from, but I was kind of just randomly sitting there. I'm like, you know what, let me see if, it was like 2 weeks after that appointment. Let me see if that pathology has come back. So I got on the MyChart, the patient portal, and it happened to have got uploaded that same day. So just weird coincidence. But I opened it, I had no idea what I was looking at. So I sent it to ChatGPT, the cure of all cures, and it basically just explained that yes, it was. I don't know if it said if it's pronounced secretory carcinoma or secretory carcinoma, but one of those. So it confirmed that diagnosis, but this one said it was high grade, between grade 2 and 3, that it looked pretty aggressive, that the margins were still clear, so because one of them said the margins weren't clear, so this one said the margins are clear, but it is aggressive and it does look like it's invaded some of the lymph nodes. So again, now I'm in shock again because the first 2 pathology reports said low grade and it did not say anything about the lymph nodes. So now it's like, okay, we're confirming this really rare cancer. I think this is like 0.8% of people with gland cancer get this kind of gland cancer. So I have this really super rare cancer, and now it's the aggressive form, which I guess too, this type of cancer is normally not super aggressive. So that's a little odd. And then, now, oh shit, it's also in the lymph nodes. So that was like an evening of worrying and just in disbelief. The very next day, actually, the doctor called me, and because again, he didn't know that I had already seen the pathology results. So he called me and he was kind of somber, and he's like, hey, I just want to let you know that, you were right, and it's really good that we did send this out for a 3rd pathology review, and it just goes to show that it's really important to do our due diligence because, these are the path results. And he explained all of it. He told me that based on this, he took it back to the tumor board and to a surgeon, and they all agreed that I needed to have another surgery, a neck dissection surgery, and that I needed to do radiation 100%. So, I mean, that's a big jump, at first saying, oh, you're probably good, the surgery probably got it, to now saying, not only do you need radiation 100%, but you need another surgery. So, a shock again. So my appointment with him was already going to be in a couple of days, but he wanted me to talk to another ENT surgeon at KU. And KU is just like our big teaching hospital here. I'm in Kansas City, Missouri, and it's just like one of our best hospitals. So it was another doctor here at KU, and he set me up for an appointment like that same week. So I actually had the surgeon appointment on Thursday, and then the oncologist appointment would be on Friday. So that Thursday I went to the surgeon appointment, and again, the doctors and board had already discussed this, so I mean, I was pretty much like getting the surgery, just going there to schedule it. But when he came in, he was like, listen, I know that I know what the tumor board said, I know what your doctor said, I know what the other surgeon thinks. I said, but I don't agree with them. I don't think that you should have the surgery. He told me with the neck dissection that he was going to go get 12 lymph nodes is what this surgery was going to do. But he said he had to do an even bigger cut, like almost all the way across my neck, would completely open up my whole face, basically. and then go in there and get 12 lymph nodes that they suspected. The problem, he said, is that your main nerve it goes through this where the surgery would be, and I basically would have 100% chance of having my face paralyzed if I did this surgery, which I obviously didn't want. And I already have from like here over right now, I already don't have feeling in it from the first surgery. It's completely numb. So I didn't want that to happen. Definitely that scared the shit out of me. And so he's basically like, you know what, let's just move forward with the radiation and just hope that the radiation is able to get the lymph node cancer as well. You know, if not, then maybe you could look at chemo. And then if we have to, we can still go back later and do the surgery, like if we still need to, if there's still cancer there. I think my prescription's ready. So I was like, yeah, I'm not having the surgery. Like, no way, no how. I am 35 years old. I am not spending the rest of my life with my freaking face paralyzed. Like, no. So the next day I went to the oncologist appointment, and he basically again came in and apologized. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I hate that we're having this conversation because I told you we weren't going to be having this conversation. And he said, you know, I heard what your surgeon said. He gave me a call, and like, how do you feel about that? And I said, I don't want the surgery. Like, I know you guys want me to have the surgery, but I don't want the surgery. And the one good thing I will say, I do like this doctor actually, and he seems like he really works with his patients to make it a team effort. You know, so he definitely, I feel like, respects what I'm saying and is taking what I'm saying into consideration, i.e. why he sent the third pathologist report. So when I told him I didn't want surgery, he's like, okay, like, I'll support that route, and we'll move forward with the radiation. So basically, this is the rest of the appointment. We went over like
He does 2 medicines for no cost, so if you could just sign that clipboard and send it back.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry, I'm picking out my prescription. So yeah, basically we just sat there and went over what my radiation schedule would be. He set up in a couple of days for me to go back and make my mask, so I'll do that on Tuesday. And then besides that, he just went over the numerous side effects, and he gave me this long list of stuff I need to buy beforehand, like over-the-counter stuff. But it was a pretty long list. It's like this very certain kind of probiotic, baking soda and salt for rinses, lidocaine, biotin, because I guess your glands will basically, your saliva gland will basically stop working, so that will like replace that. Tylenol, just ibuprofen. I don't remember everything on the list, but it was a substantial list. Like, it's probably going to cost me like $100 to get this list. So we went over that, and then just kind of like week by week what to expect with the radiation. He's, you know, very much like everyone is different, everyone will respond different, but this is kind of like the, you know, what we see the most. I did tell him, I said, honestly, my main fear right now is pain. I do not do pain well. I am scared of pain, and I have unfortunately done a lot of research on radiation for head and neck cancer, and it sounds fucking awful. Like, everyone that talks about their experience just talks about like how it burns the inside of your throat and esophagus, and so like you basically cannot swallow anything, you cannot eat anything because your mouth is just raw with blisters. That sounds terrifying. How a lot of people have to get feeding tubes because they can't eat, how you lose the ability to swallow because you just stop doing it, and then your body forgets how to, so you have to like relearn how to swallow. Talked about the mouth sores, same thing, like your mouth just having like huge canker sores all over it basically. The fatigue, you know, the extreme fatigue. I'm gonna have to try to keep working through this. I got 3 kids and I'm a single mom, and I'm also my job is I'm a case manager for homeless teens, so they need me, you know, like my kids need me and my other kids need me, so I'm gonna be pushing through to work during all of this. I don't know, there was a ton more, but the pain really scares me. So he did say, he's like, no, I'm not a fan of pain. Like, we treat pain here very aggressively. He's like, we have a lot of different options, you know, and if you need narcotics, then we can do that too. Like, we are not going to let you suffer. So that made me feel good, because I am worried about that. You know, this is 6 weeks of basically microwaving your body from the freaking inside out. Like, for 6 weeks, microwaving yourself. So, yeah, I don't want to suffer through this. Like, I don't want to feel that pain. I mean, just, that sounds extreme, but honestly, like, that's probably a fair comparison of what this is going to be like, is a microwave. I don't know, I'm just, still haven't really have had all this hit me yet. Like, I haven't been super emotional since I've got this diagnosis. I haven't really broke down and cried or anything like that. It's very much just been like, okay, tell me the information. Okay, what's next? Okay, now this. Okay, what's next? Okay, what do I need to do? What appointment do I need to make? Where do I need to go? Like, it's just been very, I don't know, just very non-emotional and just fact-driven and just task-driven, I guess. So, I don't know. So today's Monday. I go tomorrow to get my mask made. And then they'll also do a CT scan tomorrow. They said after that, they'll use the mask and the CT scan to, like, create a treatment plan for me. I guess they said, like, they have to work with several different doctors and, like, a physicist and figure out exactly what dose and all this stuff. And then they also want to do proton radiation with me, which I guess there's 2 different kinds. I cannot remember what the other one was called. But I guess this proton one is a little bit newer. And so he has to kind of fight the insurance company. He's going to have to, like, write a letter to insurance. And I guess there's several steps he's going to have to go through. So anyways, that's going to take a couple of weeks to get the treatment plan, the insurance, everything on board. So I will start treatment on December 8th is when my first treatment should be. You know, so on the 3rd week will be the week of Christmas, and the 3rd week is when you're supposed to start really going downhill. So we'll see how I do with that, but I don't know. I'm really excited to do this. Is this one right? Yeah. I'm really excited to do this vlog, because I do think it's going to be something I'm going to look back on, and something my kids can look at. And not only that, but my 12-year-old is the one that's going to be editing this video. She's the one that, like, made my intro. She's doing all this. I have no idea about technology at all. I don't know how to do this stuff. And so she actually thought it was kind of cool, because she does TikTok and all that. And so she thought it was kind of cool that, you know, that I'm doing this and that she can edit it. And she was showing me all the different things. I think she did a really good job on the intro. Like, I'm really impressed by that. And this will be a good, like, mommy-daughter bonding experience. Like, I think it'll be good, because not only with her editing it, she will have to listen to these videos, and, you know, it'll keep her informed. It'll kind of just let her know what I'm going through. But it'll be a good bonding thing for us. We're working together. This is going to be our channel, not just mine. This is our journey, and this is our channel. And so I'm excited to get to do that with her. She's 12, so that's already a hard age, and then we're going through this hard thing, and then her other, you know, her 2 sisters are 3 and 1, so they're small. So, you know, I just feel like she kind of gets left out in the dark sometimes. So I just think this will be a really fun project. Even if no one watches this channel, I think just that experience alone of getting to do this with her is totally worth it. So I do hope people watch it. I think right now, this morning I looked and there's like 13 views for the first video, which to me is super exciting. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's like 13 people that actually saw this. Like, that's crazy. To me, that's a lot. So anyways, I don't know. I'm excited about this. I will post tomorrow once I go get my mask done and tell you how that went. See ya.